Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. Today I am playing a new Alchemy commander to see if it's busted. Vv'viza. Vv'viza. Jellyfish Advisor. A little more V than VV, I guess. 1 and banned, 4/4 flying vigilance. When it enters, conjure a card from the planet spellbook onto the battlefield. Whenever you attack, create a land or token. It becomes a 2/1 artifact creature and gains flying. I'm a big fan of commanders that pay for their own like commander tax. If they get killed, you just bring them out again and you bring them out again. And we get a chance to play with these planets, which is very exciting. Now, a lot of these planets have a requirement in the mana base for which color uses them, and that might get interesting because we are only in the banned color type. So maybe if we want to use, for example, a Sessur Secundi, we're going to have to make 2 of them, but that's okay. We're here to try all kinds of things. I built a control shell around this, and if you are not one of those little crybabies on the internet who's like, oh, control is so toxic, you're a terrible person for playing it, this is a good way to at least see how your commander works, because the good news about a good control shell is that it should keep you alive long enough to at least cast your commander, have it on the battlefield, and that can sometimes fire off your brain as, ooh, I should do something with this, I should do something with that, maybe I should change it like this. This has a bit of a little blink shell going on with cards like Essence Flux, which are great with your commander, but also great with some of the other warp and evoke cards in the deck. And I've also added a number of other cards to the deck from the new Alchemy set to at least get me a chance to try them out. You're gonna find like just little Alchemy toys here and there, a lot of them dealing with planets or lands, and when I play them I'll talk all about them. So let's go try Magic the Gathering with Vv'viza. Is that, I just want to call it VVV because, you know, this card is so busted. Go, let's do this. Battle. I love Brawl. It's a toxic work environment right now with all of the busted cards, but I love it. I love it so much. Okay. There is also a new card in this deck that I think is an auto include for every white deck in Brawl by a mile, because it's actually really good against mana drain and other busted ramp cards. So if we see that card, I'll show it to you. In the meantime, I'm looking at a hand that does have an Ultima, a Bauble that's a mystery card, 2 more cards in Null Drifter, and then 2 more cards in Memory Deluge. So this is a slow hand, but we're up against Delney. And we can oust Delney, which is the new addition, bury it in its library. I think that makes this hand just fine. We're fine. I don't like going second, and I don't like how slow it is. We're probably fine. Right? This is fine. Come on, Delney. What does a Delney deck have? Skyclave Apparition. Probably a bunch of cards that trigger with removal. No reason to hold this, I don't think. What you got there? Oh! Well. Okay, Heir Apparent. Of course. How could we miss on the Heir Apparent synergy? This is going to be a little scary. Surviving all the way to Ultima on the draw might be a challenge. So I think I'm saving Oust for next turn. Even though I would love to draw 2 cards next turn. I think we have to send Delney away before it all goes wrong. Oh, where were you last turn? That's fine. We can use it now. Away with you. Go away. Go away now. Into the deck. Oh, if I find a way to make you shuffle, there will be blood. There will be suffering. Okay, what do we want? Is this Surveil? I don't need any more land. And we have a white and a green, so it should make blue. Do we need 3rd white? Might as well. Yeah, ha! Good land. Gonna bin it. It's amazing land. Don't need it. They're doing it. The bunnies are coming. They're multiplying. My god. My deck is too good. This isn't fair. This isn't fair at all. I'm going to play my commander to get the vibe of my commander. Now, what do you get? In this deck, the artifact thing isn't important, and neither is the creature thing. Neither is the enchantment artifact thing. So I actually think what I'm supposed to be doing is getting into some of these planets. Sounds weird, but I want to do it. So yeah, I just want to make a lot of planets. That's what I want to do with this deck. And whenever it attacks, I get a lander that's also a 2/1. Yeah, they're probably just gonna, honestly though, they're probably just gonna bail. I should have remembered that when Delney comes out, I can't block these, and I could have gotten planetary with my commander. Don't need any more land. I'll take that. Ooh, we are alchemying so hard today. I love that this has vigilance. I love that I can hit, and I can station, and I can station. See that? That's really cool. Then I can play this land, hold up 2 blue, and Ultima. And you're gonna have to start again, bunny wabbits. And they're going to. Yes, they are. I think we're at a point in the game where, oh my gosh, they're stuck on land. Guys, can I do this? What kind of a monster do you think I am? Non-land, please. Turns out it does not matter very much. Well, at first glance, our cards were more powerful than theirs. Not what I was looking for in an experiment to go up against the meme Delney deck, but away we go. So I'm having flashbacks to my little sparring with LDV and his meme decks. I'm trying to remember, did any of us win with the bunnies? I think he beat me with the bunnies. Oh, the mirror. Okay. When you get the mirror early, sometimes you learn really cool things that your deck can do that you didn't think about. On the draw with disruption pieces and Once Upon a Time, which is likely to be another land. I'll keep it. The Jwari will probably help us not get run over completely. Maybe. Just gonna lord this Once Upon a Time over my opponent while I play this tap land. And I'm gonna hold till the absolute last possible second right before I play a spell. I'm not gonna blow it either. I'm gonna do everything right. I don't think I added Stifle to my deck. If you're playing a mean control deck, you need some Stifles. It's very tempting to play a Strip Mine. Very, very tempting, but no. River's Rebuke, probably not good, as both of our decks, I would suspect, are going to try to play a lot of lands. The question is going to be, is my opponent's deck as reactive as mine? Do they have the counter spells I'm going to have? Lift top lookout, sure. So that lets them play around Jwari next turn, which is not what we need to see. I need green here? Not yet. I do need untapped mana. I could take this to have a mix, but if I draw mana drain, it's a punish. Got a Once Upon a Time now. Hey, that's a new card. Root Astronomer, when it enters, sack a land. If you do, draft a card, put it on the battlefield tapped, 1 mana of any color. If you control a planet with 12 or more charge counters, 3 instead. How exciting. So they're gonna get to resolve their commander first, which is kind of terrifying, but hey, we drew an answer. That's nice. They might be afraid to cast it as well after all that. They saw our counterspell strategies. We also could have strip mined the land to try to keep them off it. Not sure I want to do that. I went with the channel items because of the amount of counterspells in Brawl, and because these are creatures that can station planets later in the game. I don't know if that's right. They might get replaced, and Rebuke might get replaced for sure. This might be an old Brawl card now. Springheart Nantuko. Oh my gosh, I can swan song that? It's an enchantment. Nice. Oh, love that. Yeah, see, they were playing around. They're playing around me. I scared. They're also leaving up mana, so they might be plotting their own counter magic. And what land would we even sacrifice to the astronomer? We like our lands. Our lands are great. I think it's the strip mine. Obviously, they have a pretty good mana setup here. Yeah, meet my insect scientist friend. I'm going to sack strip mine, and I'm going to get a planet. What planet would I like to get? I get these. Do I want the red one that makes 2/2s that can attack? I don't know. I'm really partial to the black one. It says draw a card on it. Like, come on, guys. There you go. Sure looks like a mana drain, doesn't it? You don't want to cast anything into that. They're gonna swords this? Oh, hater. Okay. Interesting use of a swords. I guess they're really afraid of that card. It does say tap for 3 mana on it, but it would take a long time to get there. Do you dare try to cast your commander into 2 blue? I don't think you have the guts. Yeah, they've got the guts. Good for them. But now I'll get my commander. And now the planets are dropping. They'd rather attack and make a 2/1 lander. I've kept a 1 lander before. It's exciting. Could have responded at a few points in there. That probably would have been right. I guess I'll just do this now. Probably should have done it before they got to put counters on their planet. Look, I have a commander, though not nearly as good. I think I'm going... I need another one of these if I'm ever even going to use the black planet, right? But hey, you gotta start somewhere. Trust me, I get that there's a lot of other things I could have done in this game. I'm kind of curious to see what they're doing with this card. I don't want to like make them rage scoop to a strip mine. I want to see what their deck has. I want to see what their plan is. But it looks so far like it's just okay. So yeah, it's all right. Yep. I mean, that's an interesting one, but obviously they had it in the perfect situation where they can blow up my commander and flicker theirs. Like, you can't script a better scenario. And now they have the open mana to counter my commander, which is probably just GG, but we'll see. I could just try to rebuke them, but now I'm missing land drops, so I'm gonna try to stock up instead. Kind of gotta have it. Swords, okay. Do I need to hit my land this turn? I think I do. They've been very afraid of my cards, but there it is. Okay, whenever a land enters, a random land in your deck gets, when this land becomes tapped, draw a card. Let's go. Please be one I can fetch with this Flooded Strand, please. Let's wait. Well, they didn't counter anything. So the fun part of using this is now having to actually read the lands in the deck and look for the one that has the ability. Let's start with, I think they'll counter this, so let's start with Fragment Reality. They did not counter it. They got an Amara. I guess that works with Station. They built around the Station mechanic. Interesting. Go to 10. Cast it again. They still have the mana open. They oops. I wonder why. All right, let's see if we can find the land that the ambassador gave the ability to. Is it easy to do? This is my first time doing this. Okay, it's none of these. What land got the ability perpetually that if it becomes tapped, you draw a card? It has to be here, right? I have to be able to see it. Oh, it's a Wooded Foothills. Okay, that might be a hard one to fetch. Maybe we'll do better. Away. There. That way they don't get a Station first. It is 8 mana. They can cast it again next turn, but as long as they're spending all their mana on that, maybe we get a chance to do good things too. I forgot to Station with this. See, I'm really bad at this. Ephemerate, good card. They do still have the mana open, which probably means they're just going to counter this. I don't have a way to make a land drop. They've left the same 2 blue open every turn. If we take 4 next turn, but activate a gate and they just pass back, are we fine? Like, these don't really do much to us. It does feel like we should try to make some kind of progress this turn, though. Must be nice to have your counterspell when you need it. We were unable to draw one outside of the Jwari that was going to get outclassed. I could have let the Springheart and Antuka resolve, but that is obviously a problem card that was going to destroy us. Yeah, I think the way this game is going to end, we basically got mana bullied by somebody who had a counter spell available and we didn't. Which is kind of how I built this deck, to anticipate those kind of games, but it just didn't work out. A commander that produces that much mana should be able to keep getting cast, but counter spells are the thing that beats it. I will say, this is a very slow commander because of the planetary stationing. This is very annoying. It's cat oven levels of annoying when they get a lot of creatures on board. All right, let's see if we can draw a board wipe. That is not a board wipe. I think we're dead. Yeah, and there's not a way I can get a board wipe, right? And still cast it. Lucky Bad Wolf. Lucky. Maybe next time we'll draw our counter spells and you can go suck on lemons. Did I get any ideas from them? No, they're basically playing the same deck I am with a few different choices. Springheart Nantuko is a good card, but I don't think you need it. Ooh, why didn't I draw my cavern last game? Would have been so nice. And here we are against a blue-black prototype X8, which is something to do with filling your graveyard with creatures and then getting duplicates of creatures in your graveyard. It's a pretty wild commander that I'm kind of excited to play with and against. Let's go fix our mana. Since we kept a 2-lander featuring Cavern of Souls, it might get dicey. Can't even cast that Growth Spiral. Oh, bam! Look, they mill 10. All right, so let's see this again. It's 1 less to cast for each creature. They don't have many creatures here. That is probably shaky deck building, because I know, guys, I love spells too. But a deck like this, I don't think you can run that few creatures. It's just not a good option. What are you? Jellyfish? I'll just go with Advisor. Nice. Oh my god. 2 colorless lands is very bad. I think we only have like 3 or 4 in the whole deck. Okay, we do nothing. Everybody do nothing. Welcome to Brawl. What are you? It's an Alchemy card. When it enters mill 4, if there are 5 or more mana values, conjure a card named Dig Up the Body into your hand. I need to draw my land, so you're gonna go back to hand with a remand. Beautiful. That helps a lot. Do I let this happen? What's Dig Up the Body? Mill 2 cards, return a creature from graveyard to hand. That's kind of cool. That is a cool card. I'm gonna Serenade, I think. One open. Do you think they get me? Not with Cavern, right? Let's go. Planetary stuff. Okay, step 1, fix mana. So is that green or blue? I think green's more useful overall. And I think I'll keep you untapped, although the odds of them letting this live are pretty low. Okay, in that case, I'll station. There are cards in the deck that are stronger with station counters on planets. Yeah, like I said, they're gonna kill it. All right, here's our big old 8/8. We still have 1 mana open, which is something. Verdict. Can't counter it. Go away. Doesn't have a ward or anything, huh? I mean, yeah, I guess you just want to mill and have a ton of creatures. I still think they have so many spells. I can't wait to build this myself and see if I can get close to like a 40 to 60 creature count in blue and black that you want to play. Because that's what strikes me as what this deck is really trying to do. Whenever another creature you control enters, if you cast it, sacrifice it. Conjure a duplicate of it onto the battlefield. The duplicate becomes a robot. So double ETBs in a way. Pretty exciting. Let's play our commander. Your wash away is useless. God Core, the white mana, the blue mana. We have an island now. All right, get this one. And do I just shoot this thing? Probably. They get a 5/5. Yikers. Okay. Well, that happened. Yeah, can play a land, play a land. Hopefully they try to kill this again and the cloud shift saves it. Doesn't really help, does it? Okay. Could make another land now, but I don't think that's very important. Zap it in. Uh-huh. Draw a card. Hit for 6. Need 2 blue afterwards. Kill those. Mana open. Let's keep trying. Keep fighting the good fight. I know some of you want to see their commander do the thing. They will. The good news with this commander is it pays its own commander tax in a very interesting way. Broker's Charm. So whenever this creature attacks, a random card in your library perpetually becomes a basic island, so you can fetch it that way, and also says when it enters, draw a card. It's a very fun card. I'm gonna hold it back though for a minute. So I can have mana open when I play this card. And what do we want? I think it's time to get this card and possibly draw. Sacrifice a creature, draw a card equal to power. So this one is almost in level up mode. Let's just finish this one off. Yeah, Broker's Charm can be a fight. It can be destroy an enchantment. It can be draw 2 cards. That's a 6/5 when it enters 1 damage to target opponent for each creature card in your graveyard. The answer is 8. Am I dead? Looks like I'm dead. I could hit Subtlety. Yeah, talk about the perfect card. You don't get Lolith Gianted every day. Okay, I do not hit Subtlety. I will die. Yikers. Thanks, Ancient Tomb. Okay. Still pretty excited to try that commander. Gitrog for the frog. Ah, the new card. Thought Partition. They reveal all non-land cards. You may choose one. If you do, it becomes white and its cost becomes 5 generic. I think this card is insane. I think this card is like an amazing Brawl card. All right, let's keep. I'll fire it off next turn. Right now, I want to see if I have to Mana Tithe something. I do. I definitely do. All right, white, blue. Is that a thing? Nope, it's got to be green. So white, green. Newfound adventure. I'm definitely getting the vibe that the ramp is better in this deck, that the deck needs even more lands. I thought my commander would provide them, but it hasn't done the job. Okay. Good card. Might as well. Gotta hit your land. Okay, Thought Partition you. Turn something into a 5-mana card. Wow, look at what they had. All right, get that sowing freaking Myco spawn out of my life. I don't need to be strip mined right now. Thank you. Tireless Tracker, sure. Jesus, you got fetch land? Okay, at least they don't have a fetch land. Could be worse. But look at their little toys. Not bad. Could become huge. All right. Which one is you? Go with you. I definitely haven't built very well around the planets themselves. That is probably a flaw in the deck build. If I picked a planet, I could probably run a lot of creatures so that this could make a ton of mana, but what do you even do with it? There's landfall stuff you can do with it, right? Interesting. I wonder. I bet I can come up with some cool things. So yeah, a creature-based build so that you make the lander tokens whenever you attack, as opposed to the many times here we haven't made any. And if the creatures are the kind that like bring a land with them, like Clifftop Lookout and Elvish Rejuvenator, I think that could be fun. Maybe that's where we need to be. Here's the white, perpetually changed 5 mana Sowing Mycospawn. Easily one of the best deck cards in the format now that it can get Strip Mine and Ancient Tomb. And oh wow, Strip Mine, crazy how you wanted that card. Jesus. Okay. You're fun. Yeah, just show me what's up. Be the boss. Run the town. That's great. I'm gonna make more lands if you don't mind. All right, you go to 12. I've got this Solitude, which I should hold for when Gitrog comes down, or this Subtlety, which I can't cast. But I can do this. I mean, obviously they'll try to strip mine that before it does anything too good. You just gonna that? Okay. Let's see if they commit. That's all they're gonna do? Sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So let that be. Wait for them to use their fetch land, because they didn't crack their fetch yet. My turn? Okay. See, they know. They know. Well, I know I can't win. I'm in a pretty bad spot. There, now I get more mana. Amazing. So that makes 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could fare well. But in the response, they can pull off their nonsense. So we pass. If they go for it now. If they go for it now, we get them. Yeah, they do nothing because they want the analyst activation that badly. Don't care. Really don't care. a good card. I could force... Wait, what mana do they have available right now? They only have 3 mana right now. Oh, they messed up. I think they messed up. Okay. We take those. I can't believe they held that much only to get solituded there. That's crazy. How did that happen? What were they thinking? I mean, we know their last card in hand in that spot must have been a land or they wouldn't have made that play, but wow. Okay. And they're at 6, by the way. Like, what's the plan? I have 2 landers. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. I guess you're alive. We back. Get me more blue. Tap your ancient tomb and you die, and I have subtlety. So what's going on? You got a way out of this? I don't think you do. Call me crazy. I think you thought you beat me with a strip mine. New Alchemy commander taking on Gitrog. Hope you guys had a delightful game. I know I did. Oof. They played really good at points and then they did crazy at points. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I thought they had me all figured out. All right. Do I want to adjust? I think I do. I want more creatures, and I want the creatures that get lands. So that's like a Cliff Top and Rejuvenator. I want creatures that put the lands on the field. Do you guys know of any others that do that stuff? And then what we can do with that is we can make the Cradle deck, right? Maybe we do a lot of these landfall. Oh my god, are we a landfall deck? Were we secretly a landfall deck the whole time? No, I'm not adding Tifa, shut up. I want lands that like give me mana and do other cool things. Nisha. Scooty Patooties with a Gaia's Cradle in the command zone. That's not bad. Okay, yeah. Let's try landfall. Let's try landfall. There's lots of landfall decks. There are many like it. This one is mine. Let's go. Seems fun. At least as like a shell. We'll go from there. Also, if we're gonna play some creatures, give me the Esper Sentinel. Give me Fairy Mastermind. Did I get Tameo already? I did. Okay. All right, let's try those. Now, let's take out some of the really controlling aspects of the deck. Maybe some of the kind of silly or blinky thingy majiggies, but go up on creature count. I think Rebuke's pretty bad. We'll cut that. I love Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, but obviously I think Treasure Cruise is the best one. And we can take out some of the card draw. It didn't really seem important. There was almost no time for it. I'll keep stock up though, and I'll keep Consult the Star Charts as we just power creep the hell out of some of these. Divine Purge is great against the artifact decks. I'm gonna cut it now though because we've added the tireless cards. These cards are very much in the deck to add some Bant cards to the mix that I don't always get to play, but they're not that good. I always knew they were. placeholding. All right, some of the counter magic can take a little break. The seed is fine. I don't know if it's actually a good card, to be honest. Halfling's great. Wash away. I'm going to cut the Wand Song and the Serenade, as we're not as counter focused as we used to be. I'm going to cut Essence Flux and Cloud Shift and keep Ephemerate because it has the highest upside of the bounce spells, and we'll try this deck. All right, we are now a landfall creature strategy with some counterspell vibes, and the Gitrog monster is back for more. You want some more? So your different art, that's all. Name Halfling, play this. Name Wizard, play this. Wow, what a weird hand. What a weird hand. I think you gotta keep. It's really bad if I name Citizen and they kill it. I mean, you really want to ramp on turn 1, but I think it's wrong there. I don't know. What would you do? Okay, the little damage lizard, whatever. Need land. I don't know. Maybe I could have kept that since I might get to play this. Okay, they've got the Emissary, which taps for green for each forest they control. Current number 2, so I gotta kill that. Okay. No time to play my commander is a bad vibe. But I've got Bill. Gotta do it. Can't just let them slam their frog. Five mana commander needs to cost 5, damn it. Let's see what they get. They get their own halfling. Good ramp. Yeah, they've played this deck before, haven't they? You can tell by the speed. So what now? Well, I can't slow them down anymore. I can start working on kicking their butt. Okay, this definitely feels like I'm doing a lot more. It's very exciting. The Cradle is almost online. Tapping my commander will do it. Buckle up. Well, guys, if we don't get rid of this frog, I don't know if we have a real chance. It's a busted card, but let's see what happens. We can definitely use the Walking Haven. You want to lead with the tracker. You want to play this. What do I need? This is 1, 2, 3. The new lander will be 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can go here. Okay. Clue acquired. Go to combat. Vigilance. But will I have enough blue? I need more blue. Okay. Station. You. Station. You. Six mana. Feels good. Start here. Subtlety is not bad as far as a way to interact and keep them from maybe resolving something that just wins the game. Triggers. Go here. Keep building up our commander, because why not? All right, 2 mana can draw a card or fetch a land. I think we want that island really badly. Whoa, that was bright. Anybody else catch that? Yikers. Okay, counter here, and it's still not big enough to kill a frog. I'll just keep putting it on the commander because it flies, and we will play Voltron. And now we'll see if the opponent has like Scapeshift or something that just ends the game here. But I already feel like this is a way more fun version of this deck. I'm vibing. I'll probably be back trying to revise this version tomorrow. But it definitely just feels like I have so much more action and a more busted commander in general because I have Evendo in the command zone. All right, I'm just going to interact with that. Good enough. Holy crap. That was amazing. Dang. I guess they really don't like that. So does this version of the deck want like elves, you know? Are we trying to play the elves to get the commander out even earlier and do the thing even sooner? We probably want stuff like Bloom Tender maybe. I don't know. Now you're like, are we a Tulane deck? Are we supposed to be like 80% creatures to make all that mana? And we need more mana sinks in general. So there's some building things to change. Ooh, Endurance against Nethroi? Let's keep. But yeah, cards like Supreme Verdict and Kaleem make a lot less sense now in this build. Might not even play the Nintuko to hold up Endurance against this Nethroi Graveyard Mass Reanimator card. Endurance is going to smoke them pretty hard if they don't have a Thoughtseize. Barad-dûr, Palace of the Dark Lord. Sorry. Big Lord of the Rings nerd. Ah, so pretty. God, I still love the Lord of the Rings cards after all this time. All right, let's cycle. Let's draw. One of these gets conjured into the deck. It's very good in a draw go deck. It's very mid in a deck like what I'm playing here. I like the Flashy Fairy Mastermind, though, with this card. In Standard, you have Fairy Mastermind. You had Fairy Mastermind into Kaido. Well, now here, we got Fairy Mastermind into Orbital Overseer Jellyfish Advisor, which is very same thingy. And why doesn't it just draw a card? Look at their cool lands. Yeah, we just added this to our deck. Look at your top 5, put a land on the field. Awesome. All right, what do we want? Let's Edge Maze? No, let's get more white. We have double blue. Stock Up's a great card. I'll keep it. I don't know if it's great in this specific game we're playing, but just as a card, it's wonderful. Bring forth the Lander. Oh yeah, and this, don't mind this card here. So cool. If we flash in Endurance but evoke it, we can't station with it. Ooh. Okay. Endurance doesn't care. We're a creature deck now. But yeah, Ranger Captain's a bit of a headache. You get a Stitcher Supplier. I'll start filling that graveyard. Vv'viza, Mothra, Chrome Mox. See, this is another build where it's like, this should probably be 40 to 60 creatures, right? Ooh, I like the Flare. Good play. I mean, I don't like it, but it's a good play. We really want to hold this till they try to play their commander. 100%. So what do we can we get this to? Close. We can get it close. The Rejuvenator can also be pitched to Endurance if we want to play our Nantuko. I really do need a land or two, though. Let's stock up. Hello, land? I guess it's you. Then do we take the Thought Partition? Could also take the Kami, but I am a little worried. It's also a green card for the Endurance. I love this Thought Partition, though. I really love it. They have 5 mana right now. Thought Partition's great on turn 1. Not so great right this moment. Let's get a blue source. Let's surveil with it. Oh, new card. Let's go. All right. Kami's not really a good play, but I will cast the Oust targeting the Ranger Captain, which they'll probably sacrifice in response. Or let go into their deck, I guess. And we'll do the stationing instead of the attacking. Get our Gaia's Cradle at home online even sooner. What a card! Well, there goes the Endurance, but we have the Supreme Verdict. Wow. I got mommied. We gotta shut that down. Suddenly Supreme Verdict looks pretty good. All right, station. Sacrifice and Verdict. If I do like that, so they want this and that. Okay, so add green. And doesn't matter, right? This can still cast Verdict. White, white, blue, blue. So we have double blue out there. Do we need a green? We need a white. Let's get green. Boom. Yeah, Endurance has to work, guys. It has to. Oh my goodness. A Planeswalker. What are we supposed to do about that? They only hit 1 land, but they sure filled that graveyard, didn't they? Body Launderer. What are they building up to? We've got to get rid of this. How do we do it? Warp, seek a land, put on the battlefield, tapped when it leaves, seek a land. We would love to be able to attack first. Is this cast Springheart Nantuko? What if we play this, bestow... I think just play this and warp the Solemn, to be honest. We got to get some creatures back on the board. Somehow we lost that. Give me that strip mine, I guess. I'm going to warp this Solemn for value. And then it warps out at end step, and when it leaves the battlefield, you seek an on-land. So there you go. And then on our turn, we can warp it in again. So you see a lot of sad robot vibes. They're going up. They hit 1 land again and fill that graveyard with all kinds of naughty. But Endurance is just hanging out and waiting. Dude, 4 lands off the top, doing it. That's a good card. Cards in their graveyard have retrace. It's really good. We could shuffle them back in now. What I should probably do is just Solitude this as soon as possible. They're thinking I would play Stitcher's Supplier, but let's see what they do. Got it. I wonder if they have the read on Endurance. It's not a card you see too much. Okay, Mana Drain, but they have Ranger Captain. If I play this, the 6 lives. Attacking makes the lander token, but it just dies. I don't know, man. I feel like I need a lot more creatures. And there is a way to kind of do it. Which is you bestow here. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Too bad they have to enter tapped, isn't it? But we're doing it. It's happening. We do need another turn, which this may be the turn they pop off pretty hard. So I gotta nerf their graveyard at some point. Not getting rid of the 6 really sucked. But they go for it, and here it is. Into your library. And there's nothing there to get back. Their grand plan destroyed. All right, they start the reload. And this is at 8, which -8 is return all permanents from graveyard to hand. Oh, they're attacking to mill the cards. Yep, because they did mutate. Good stuff. I think I want this gone to seek. Could be a white card so that I can Solitude. No, it's a Clifftop Lookout. Then they discard a card. Okay. No, that sucked. Okay. I had a great plan. I swear to God I did. One, two, three, four, five. Cavern, not really needed, but I'll take that. Okay, okay. The landfall thing is coming alive. Decline. As you can see, it's starting to really happen. Okay, if I exile this, and they have access to these with a mutate, How bad is that? As opposed to them getting to recast some of these. Here we go. Take that down just a notch. Let's see what we mill. And now they have no creatures on board. And this mutation is very expensive. So this should be okay. I guess they can minus the Ren and mutate, but let's see what they do. Yeah, I don't think there's a combo right there that wins the game. And if we untap, we have Haven go crazy. Okay, cord for 5. Massacre Girl? Do you run Massacre Girl? Gear Hulk. Oh yeah, we saw Gear Hulk earlier. Choose an artifact creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker. I guess I choose this creature. Okay, they got rid of a bunch of my stuff. They ramp. How much land do they have? 5. Okay. Wow. Like this? Which planet do we want? I mean, these are not legendary. We could go another round. Maybe we want this one, though. Sacrifice on land, create a 2/2. Creatures you control get +1/+0 in haste. Draw cards equal to power. I think we'll go with that. Reload. In response, let's add. Oh, there's only 4 right now. But we want double blue available at the end of this. Do we have the Hallowed Fountain? We don't. So right now, Hallowed Fountain is still in the deck. But how do we still have this to play, right? So we can go like this, this, make this, get this, decline, make that, play this, decline, get the green, decline. Now we can make all that mana if we need to. If we attack, we make a lander. They block. Do we care? I think we just pass. Can they sweep the board again? Night of Autumn. What does that do? Kills the Nantuko? Sure. It's done its job, for sure. One land, graveyard filling back up. Remember, they've got Ranger Captain, but they don't go for it. They do have 36 life. We are not out of these woods. Look at all these lands. Sure. Fragment Reality, mana drain, mana coming in hot. Let's gate up. The Astronomer can get us another planet. Let's gate up again. Okay, Bill. Nice. Astronomer. New card alert. Back this gate we already used in case we can get it back. And here's our choices. I guess I will take a U. Put a counter there. Use some landfall tricks. What else we got? I know, it took a while. We finally channeled this card. Do I need another go? I don't think so. About time we dealt with you. Now we just need a black mana to activate this. Or, since we don't have that, we probably just do this. Okay. Might as well also make a few other changes. Okay, they're gonna scoop. Yeah, once the planets start tapping a bunch of individual things, I do acknowledge it's annoying. What a crazy deck. I think we're on the right track. Another landfall deck. Is that what the world needed in Bant? I don't know, but it's actually pretty fun and it has a lot of play to it, and you get to use the planets in a way that Standard just hasn't really allowed for. So if you like the planets and you want to try some cool magic, I recommend crafting this card and just put it in there with a bunch of creatures, your classic landfall creatures. Not so much a control package. Thanks guys, you're cool.